Missing someone with all your missing someone
What's up, y'all? It is your girl B, and I am back with another video. So I wanted to drop another video for you guys just because Trey isn't here. Just so everybody knows, I've been saying this for the last couple videos. He is in school, so he's not posting right now on social media. He's not posting much at all because he's focused on school right now. Home mid-April. That's what they're saying. We just hope that's what it is. So he is not in this Q&A. I was just talking to him. It is already 10:30 where I'm at. I have to wait for my kids to go to sleep so it can be quiet in my house. And I would love for him to be in this Q&A with me, but he's studying, so it's just gonna be me. So whatever questions you had for him, maybe that he'll make a video or we'll make one together when he comes back. So let's get into these questions. So you guys had some really good questions. I tried to put, like, this is how funny I am. I tried to put my phone on airplane mode so that I wouldn't get messages while I'm doing this video, and then I realized I need the internet because I need to see your questions. I'm crazy. Okay, so this is from Asia Garris. If I pronounced your last name wrong, I am sorry. You asked, how did you guys meet? We met in South Korea. I was also in the service. He's in the service still. And yeah, we met in South Korea. Lauren Whitney asked, where are you both from? I'm from New York and he's originally from Texas. So that's cool. I've been in the down south. Like, I've been in the south for so long, I no longer have my New York accent unless I'm really mad and then it comes out. Andrea Marie, it says, are you planning to go back into the Army after nursing school? So I am not in nursing school. I am in school for healthcare administration, healthcare management. I graduate next year with my bachelor's. My plans originally were gonna be to go back, but I'm no longer thinking that's what I want to do, so I'm not gonna go back. Plus I have a lot, you know, going on with Skylar and De Niro, so I couldn't imagine being away from them for, God forbid, 6 to 9 months. So no, I would never go back into the service. I just answered all things great. What's your degree in? I just answered that. Let's see. This is from AJ.111. Being in a military family, have y'all stayed in military housing? If so, did you like it? And also, do you hang out with other wives? And have you ever had a new friend in your area that you had to cut off? Great question. So we've never stayed in military housing just because we don't like to. We usually, if people know, if you're in the military, you get a certain amount of money a month for where you're living. So usually if you stay in military housing, they take all of that money. So let's just say for the state of North Carolina, they give you $1,200 a month for housing. You can get an apartment for $800 and you could pocket the rest of that money. So we never stood in military housing. I think we won't unless it's like really necessary. So I've never experienced being in military housing, but I do have a lot of people that I know. Like here, the military housing isn't so bad. But yeah, it just depends. And other wives, just depends. You do meet people when you go to like functions, whether that's Christmas functions, Halloween, Easter, you do meet people. But normally people, like other wives, are like more older than I am, like very much older than I am. So I never really made friends with other military wives. That's not really my thing. I don't have an issue with it. I do have friends that are married with, you know, somebody, their husband's in the military, but yeah, that's just none of that topic. This is from Lynn XOX. Did you ever deal with insecurities within yourself? If so, how did you handle it? This is a good question. I am all for doing what you want to do and whatever that is to make you happy. So I did have, and I'm very open about my insecurities because I feel like women should be. Not everybody views themselves as perfect, or you know, I just think it's best to be honest. So I've expressed my insecurities with my breasts because after I had children, I didn't like the way my breasts looked. I expressed my insecurities about my teeth. As you guys are looking at me now, you're probably like, what is wrong with them? I just have like a few minor things that I don't like. That's not really a big thing, you know, a major thing to other people when they look at me. But and then as far as my body in general, I mean, when I was in the service, I was very, you know, in shape, I was fit, but since the longest I could remember, I've always wanted breasts, you know, bigger breasts. I've never had big breasts. I've always been either A or B. So I decided, like, you know, after I have children, I'm gonna get my breasts done. So that's what I did. Even if you watch my video, go back to my video, the video I made in 2018 when I got my breasts done, you'll see in that video I said, yeah, I'm gonna get a BBL. And I've always said this. It's just something I want to do. If they can take fat from my stomach and put it into my butt to make me have a nicer butt that I want, I don't think it should be an issue for anybody else. It's because we're paying for it and that's what I want. So you know, I've dealt with insecurities, and, you know, for me, I just say, if whatever you're insecure about, find a solution. If you don't like your teeth, save up, you know, to fix them, or get braces, or get Invisalign. And if you don't have the funds for it, you know, try to find something positive in it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like my breasts, so I got my breasts done. I didn't like my teeth, so I'm getting my teeth fixed with Invisalign. And not everybody has the luxury to do those things, but if you make a budget and you save, whether that's $20 a week, whether that's $50 a month, eventually you'll be able to get what you want to get. What are traveling plans for 2020? This is from beautyeyspain_XX. So right now we are planning, we want to take our kids to Disney in December. That's one thing. We actually have a cruise booked in August, but with all this stuff going on with the virus and stuff like that, we are unsure if we're still going to go on the cruise in August. We're hoping that when everything dies down, we will be able to go. What else was I going to say about that? Yeah, so the cruise is going to the Bahamas in August. Which is we're very blessed. My mom is actually coming down for 2.5 weeks. So this will be like you know, our vacation by ourselves together. So I'm really excited about it without the kids. And then we're planning on taking the kids to Disney in December. So that's mainly our travel plans for this year, if everything goes good. From Brooklyn_McConnell. If I said your last name wrong, I apologize. How long have you guys been together and married? So our 5th year anniversary together was in December, and we will be married 5 years in April. And I know somebody else asked me about a wedding, and I don't regret not having a wedding because, oh, this is from Lane_. Did you have a wedding? If not, do you regret not having one? We did not have a wedding, but we are gonna have one. We're gonna have a ceremony, the whole shebang. I'm thinking when we make 10 years married, just because I feel like it's all a waste of money. I don't know, that's just how I feel. We did like a really closed off thing, just me and him. And then we were gonna do it at 5 years, but with everything going on, we just figured that it's just best to do it at 10 years. So that's our plans for 10 years. This is from Bryson is Gypsy. I know everyone's different. We all go through different situations, but what did you and Big Bro do to get through hard times in your relationships, if you guys had one? So every relationship does have hard times. You're gonna have those times in your relationships. What I focused on was God, and I prayed, and yeah. So there's really not much to say about that. Like, make sure you're communicating with your partner, make sure you guys want the same things, make sure you guys are listening to each other, and, you know, get on the same page. Every relation, you know, most relationships go through hard times, whether that's a person that's sick in the relationship, whether that's a person, you know, battling issues within themselves. There's always something going on in a relationship. No relationship's perfect. But how I handled it was trying to find myself, try to find what I can do to better myself, and that way I could push off that energy on him, and him the same way. And we focused a lot on God during that time. And yeah, so I really don't have much more to say about that, because I don't really know the situation, but that's what we did, and that's what worked for us. Steffi Baby XO, what do you do to give yourself more energy throughout the day while you're being a full-time mother and wife? So I don't. I literally just go with it. And you are gonna be like, that's crazy. I literally just go with it. I get up, I get the kids ready, I take Skylar to school, I come home, I do homework, teaching time with De Niro, I pick up Skylar from school, take him to therapy, come back, do dogs in between. I don't know where I get my energy from. I really don't. I just go with it. I get up and go with the flow. I literally do. Little Mexican Girl, it said, what made you decide to go ahead and get a BBL? I just explained that. It's just something I've always wanted. And I actually went to my consultation last week. No, I actually went on Tuesday. I just went Tuesday to my consultation. So that's exciting. I didn't record just because that type of stuff I'm gonna keep private, but I will record the day I'm going into surgery, and you know, after my surgery and everything, I will record for you guys. But like that was my second consultation. I wanted it just to be a little more private. Are you fluent in Spanish? This is from Quiana7. If I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. No, I am not. I understand a little bit, but my mom is. My oldest sister speaks very good. My middle sister a little bit and understands. Me, no. Not at all. This is from PS_LoveNee. Not really a question, but more of a statement. Through adversity, naysayers, and every obstacle you face, I watch you blossom into an amazing mother, wife, and woman from afar. Keep spreading love and light and positivity to other women. I love that, and thank you. I love you. I really try to do that, you know. I try to use my platform to spread awareness and spread light to other people that could relate to certain situations, and I love each and every one of you guys. Viv Guyan, if I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. What's the most important thing in a relationship? So I thought about this one before I answered it. I honestly think, I used to say communication, but now I think it's more of a mixture of things. I would say it's a mixture of communication, listening, and honesty, and trust. I think all four of those really matter in a relationship. Communication is very important. Listening is like the main thing for me, because you can't really effectively communicate if you're not listening. You got to be an effective listener. So that's one thing. Honesty is like a big one. You got to be able to be honest with your partner, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. That is like, people really lack that in relationships. They hide things, or they lie, or they're not really honest, or they can't be honest because they're not comfortable with their spouse. You have to be honest, like literally. I think that's important in relationships. Also, what else did I say? Trust. And I'm not talking about trust as far as, oh, if you're cheating on me or whatever. No, I'm talking about trust as in, hey, like, I trust you. I feel safe with you. I feel this is my safe place where I can go and talk to you about something if something's on my mind, or if I'm feeling overwhelmed, or if I'm feeling sad or angry. I trust for you to be my person. That's so important to me. And those are like the main four things. So let's move on. What do you plan to do after you graduate college? This is from AFM Beauty _. So as of right now, I think I'm gonna go for my master's. I keep saying that because I heard your bachelor's is harder than your master's. Since you already did a 4-year school, why not do another 2 years for your master's? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say like that's what my plan, and then it just depends. So somebody else, my good friend Roxy, who has launched her website. Let me go to her hold on. Roxy La Soul. If you go to her Instagram, she has her website, and I know she asked me what are my career goals, so I could tie this one in both. So graduate college is one. Definitely graduate my bachelor's next year. Also getting my master's is a career goal that I want. Also finding a job in my career field and going to work. That is like major goal. Things are all what I would love to do, what I want to do. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, because my son is autistic. He is turning 5. He is turning 5 this year. Oh my god, my baby. He is turning 5 this year. So within the next, let's say when he's 7 or 8, if he is more independent, then I could step back a little bit and be able to work. But if he's not, then I'm gonna have to stay home and make sure I'm still taking him to appointments and stuff like that, because it's unrealistic to work a full-time job and do all these things. I mean, people do it, but for me, I'm not stressing myself out. It's just no way. I did it before, worked 2 jobs, pregnant with De Niro, and I still did everything that I'm doing now. And honestly, it all, you know, shaped me for who I am now. But if financially, if we're stable enough for me to stay home and for me to take care of the kids, that's what I'm doing. And I love that. And if I have my degree and hang it up on my wall and never use it, I'm okay with that now. My kids come first. I come first as well. That's why I'm going to school, to show them, you know, regardless of everything I've been through and everything me and daddy been through and all of our obstacles and all of, you know, everything with Skylar and, you know, just everything, that I can still go to college, and mommy still did it. So even if it's hung up on the wall in a frame, it'll be fine with me. It's fine. I mean, I probably could work from home. You never know. But that's my career goals. That's what I would love to do. And I'm hoping it can happen. But you guys, we never know. We never know what the future holds. All you can do is pray about it. So let me sweet _LU. How many babies do you plan on having in the future? What is your one goal for your children? Your one vibrant goal for your children? This is such a good question. So I do want one more, but that just depends on my son. So people might take offense to this, or people might say I'm crazy for saying this, but that's perfectly fine. This is me and my family, and I'm being totally real and raw with you guys. So I'm not going to bring more kids into this world if Skylar is a lot. And when I say a lot, I don't say that in a way of like we can't handle him. I say it as in not so much independent. So we can push independence as much as we want. It's up to when he decides when he wants to be independent, if he's capable, you know what I mean? And I know in my heart that he is capable. Skylar does things that shock me every day. Literally, he does things and I'm like, you did that? And it's crazy to me. But I'm not, personally, me and Trey aren't going to bring in more kids. It's going to take away from the ones we have. So Skylar is a lot of my time and energy. De Niro is a lot of my time and energy. As they're growing up, I'm going to teach, you know, De Niro's, you know, this is your brother, and this is, you know, this is what's going on. This is who he is. Mommy, you know, I spend time with them equally. So when Skylar goes to school, I spend time with De Niro. When they come back home, I spend time with them together. And then, you know, a lot of my attention's on De Niro too, because he's only 2. And then when De Niro goes down to sleep, I spend time with Skylar alone. So I kind of balance both. But I don't know. Me and Trey talked about it. We would revisit this when De Niro is 3. So he'll be 2 this year. He'll be 3 next year. We will revisit it and see if we want to have another kid and how it would affect the ones that we have. And I'm just a firm believer that I want to give all my kids the same amount of love, all of me, and I'm not going to bring somebody else if it's already, you know, a lot for me. So that's that. Do you have any experience in holding your husband down if he was down bad, no job, no money while you had it, and paid bills? This is from Lena X95_. No. We struggled together. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows our story. But I got out the Army. The Army gives you unemployment. What happened was I was in New York and unemployment. They told me when I went to North Carolina, I would still get unemployment. What happened was it didn't. So I was getting unemployment, maybe $3.90 a week. Came to North Carolina and it stopped, I think, within 2 months. Couldn't apply in North Carolina because I already applied for unemployment with the military, so I couldn't apply again. So it was a good 3 months that I didn't have any income. And at this time in our life, Trey was only an E4. E4s, if you're in the service, that's not a lot of money at all. Yeah, so we were going, I remember going to the supermarket and just getting essentials. I remember eating chili, like canned chili. I remember eating like just stuff to get us by. We had one car shared between both of us. The car insurance was $360 a month. It was that much because it was under my name. I didn't have mommy and daddy sign, you know, car insurance for me. He didn't have mommy and daddy sign car insurance. So it was under my name, 21 years old, young, no driving experience, $360 for car insurance. We had one car note was like $400. It was a lot until I got a job. I think I was getting paid $7.75 an hour when I first started, and I did it. And I wiped butt and I cleaned throw up for elderly people for $7.75 an hour. And then they gave me increases, and then I got raises, and then I, you know, when I got that job, it was like a relief. I remember only making $3 something every 2 weeks because I was only working 3 days out of the week, only 3 hours, because he was working during the day. He would have to come home from work. He would have to take me to work, and then he would pick me up at 9, and we would go and do it. It would be the same thing. I was making $3 something, if that, every 2 weeks.